For the past few weeks here at First Christian Church Valparaiso, we've been talking about what it means to be a church in bloom. What does it mean for a church to be vibrant? What does it mean for a church to be full of life? We've talked about coming out of the pandemic, this winter of time where we were separate from one another, where we changed so much, and how we're coming back not to be the same as we were, but to continue on in our journey together with some lessons we've learned that are valuable and we're continuing, including doing a lot more things online, recording videos like this one. So we're trying to be the church here and now, the church that people need. And so in the midst of this conversation about being a church in bloom, this Sunday I had planned to talk about how we approach money at church, how we live with a spirit of abundance, how we give, how we take care of our resources. But yesterday we were having a conversation as the staff about all of the things that are going on and how we felt overwhelmed and even hopeless. And the question arose, what do we do? What do we do in response to all of these things happening in our society that just seem so overwhelming and so destructive? And so I looked at another text that was one of the texts for this week. And the gospel text, the text from the Gospel of Luke, is one of the most famous stories in all of Scripture. So famous that a phrase that describes it is known by people who don't even understand or read the Bible: the Good Samaritan. So this Sunday we'll be talking about the Good Samaritan. And two ideas are really important in that. One, in that story, a priest and another official of the Jewish temple walk by this injured man on the side of the road, this man who's been mugged and beaten. These two leaders of the religious establishment go to the far side of the road and pass the man by. And the person who comes and helps is an outsider, a Samaritan, someone that Jesus' Jewish people rejected, in fact, often. And so he's definitely an unliked foreigner. But he's the one who shows the man mercy, and for Jesus becomes an example of what it means to love our neighbor. And at the end of the story, when Jesus asks another person which person was a neighbor to the man, to the injured man, the response is the one who showed him mercy. And Jesus says, "Go and do likewise." So instead of Jesus caring about the right answers to questions of doctrine, the right answers to questions of what we believe, what Jesus brings the conversation back to in this most important story, this very important story, is the go and do likewise of how we respond to people hurt, who we pass by in life. And so this Sunday as a church, we'll talk about what it means not to pass by those who are being wounded by the society we live in, not pass by and not notice their pain. And that doesn't just mean people who are truly physically injured on the side of the road. It means to likewise do this to all those we see who are being hurt. And there's so much hurt right now. So the question is, how can we as a church be faithful followers of Jesus, who went and found and healed and helped as much as he could, and then also stood up for those in need, for those who were being ignored and passed by? That's our calling as Christians, to go and do likewise. And so this Sunday we'll talk about that. And I hope you'll join us. And I hope if you can't join us in person, you'll join us online. And we're working our best to have that be a great experience when you worship with us online. Visit us at valpo.church and find all sorts of resources that we hope will help you in your spiritual journey. God bless.